Hello guys.
Hi.
How's everyone? We are live.
Yep.
It's 5 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. We'll just wait a little bit until we have more viewers so we can go ahead and get right onto the workshop today.
Yep.
How are you doing, Sir James?
All good.
All
I'm
good.
excited actually to add more, details on this, Zaku.
If you guys remember, this is the exact same Zaku that we used last week
Yeah.
with the scribing's
And
workshop. Yep.
That's the original. That's our Frankenstein.
So as we go along with the workshops, we'll be using the same Zaku. So you'll see the difference that we have created on the Zaku compared to how it looks like out of the box.
And I hope most of you guys are following our stream and you can build along with us, and probably at the end of my build, you'll probably complete your build too.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, that's what we want. So I want you guys to ready your tools, your kits, whatever upgrade parts you have there, and build with us, build along with us, and let's do the build together. You learn more skills as you go along. Remember, experience is always the best teacher. So if you're doing it, you're already learning. You're already getting the skills.
True.
We have Ali watching. Hi, Ali.
Hi.
We have Ian. Ian, what's up, bro?
We miss you, man.
Mr. Kais is watching.
Hello,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Kais.
sir. Who else is here? Earl Francis, hello. Alex Arevalo.
Hey, Alex.
You know him?
Yeah, of course, a good friend.
Ernesto is here. Daniel is watching us.
Good friends of Otaku and me. And by the way, guys, if you have any suggestions and questions, just keep them coming. We'll try as much as we can to answer all your questions. As long as it's related to the build, we can answer it like in the get-go. But if you have any more questions,
Any general questions
we
with the
can
art and the
try
hobby,
to-
as long as it's not something that we have to explain thorough, we'll try to answer that.
Yep.
Alex Arevalo said, hello from Armored Komodo.
Hey, Armored Komodo. Arcom.
Mr. Kai saying, at the end of the tutorial series, we can submit the Zaku to GBWC.
Probably.
Johnny Soar is watching.
Hey,
Hi,
Johnny, Master Johnny. How are you?
Johnny, someday in the very near future, I want you to
Yeah.
give
Sit
James
here.
a little bit of rest, and you'll be here and you'll teach us how to create your amazing cars.
Yeah. Car builds.
Hello to the 26 viewers here. And guys, welcome to another edition of our online workshop. And if you remember last week, we had the very first workshop. We discussed an introductory to scribing. Today we have a different topic, but would you say that this is also like something that they can like start with if they want to
Yeah.
go into like customizing?
We started actually with scribing because that was the most requested one that most of our customer or the guys that follow us on our channels, they want to learn scribing, and we wanted to like get you guys started with the scribing. As you said, you requested it. But what we're planning to do, or what my plan is, to start with your scribing, and as you progress on the build, you'll keep adding to that scribing. So, can you zoom in on the piece, Mickey? Yeah. For example, that right. We started off with a simple scribe on this part, and today we will be discussing the tutorial or introductory on how to use.
Yeah, if you if you check the title at the upper right hand of your screen, it's a introduction to upgrade and detailing parts.
Yes, so mostly those are what you call builder parts. Those are the common ones that you can like easily purchase, build, and just stick to your models. Or what I will do is try to like give you an introduction to small modification that can actually like blend your upgrade parts more on the panel line that you did. For example, on this, see, I already started ahead, right? That was the one that I did last week, ascribing with multiple thickness of chisel. That's the original one, right? And that's the upgrade part that I use. I just use a standard wave vernier, or they call it vents, but I'll use it for detailing. See, I just integrated it with my lines actually, and I'll start that off. And with the most common one, can I start off with like doing some?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm
Okay.
just showing some stuff.
We'll just before we get started, I just want to tell you guys, we want to hear what you have to say. You have any questions, any suggestions? You just want to say hello? Hit us up on the comments. We'll try to answer as much as we can.
And guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel
Yes,
so we can
guys.
like bring more stuff like this to your houses. You know, you can follow us there. Follow our social media pages. We'll just keep adding materials, and hopefully we can just feed materials through YouTube too.
Yes, Otaku Middle East. So all the workshops that we'll be doing and then we've done before is already uploaded on our YouTube channel. So if you miss a workshop, you miss a topic, you can always go back to our YouTube channel and re-watch that. So please guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And after this workshop, we'll be uploading this one to that as well. So if you miss it today, you can definitely watch it again later. And we had a little challenge last
right?
week. Yes. So we had the scribing workshop last week, and we challenged you guys to do your own thing. But we wanted you to stick to the basics.
Yeah.
And we want you to apply what
You
James actually taught us during that time.
It was just simple. A straight line, a notch. That was the drill. Keep repeating that one. Repeat straight lines, straight lines, straight lines.
So
And that little detail, we need to see that.
So right now we're gonna go ahead and highlight those that sent their entries. So I'm telling you guys, if you like if we have a challenge or we want you to do something and you do it, we really appreciate that.
Yeah,
and
true.
we want to be we want to highlight that, and we want to tell you that we really love what you're doing. Right now we're gonna see the photos of the entries. I think we had four entries.
4 entries.
Yes.
The first one would be
First one, this is from Alvarez Romar Jovan. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Romar Jovan Alvarez. So,
yeah, looking at the picture, actually, he done quite a lot of scribing. Look at those angles and stuff. What I can suggest, he done like pretty straight lines. I remember Ali telling me that he used our Otaku ME scriber for that. Not bad for that.
job,
Not
man.
really like the highest quality of a scriber, but he done this straights and the angles. The thing is, with that scriber, if you keep scribing, what I can suggest is get a control on how you like pull, like go deeper. Because if you go deeper, you'll end up like what you had, like a wider chisel line. So start improving on how you can like guide through, count your passes. So I think he went deep on some areas and lighter on some areas that you can improve. And still a good job, bro.
Very good, very good. Next one, we have from Rodrigo Macayan Santos.
Man, that is like how can I say? That's the one that we exactly want. Like straight lines
Don't spoil it.
For me, I'll just try to like, be honest, man. Like straight notch. I like it. It's clean. That's what I can say.
Okay. Next one, we have from Avelino Linga Jr.
This one is pretty standard. You know, that line, an angle and a line. Usually you see this on most master grade kit, and I like what he did on this. What I can say that a little bit on the corners. It's a bit rounded up. It could have helped if you just like maybe on control on how to say the points that you're doing, that the one that I mentioned before.
You
Um,
did say something about like already putting a notch on
yeah,
it just to something to
just
will
a
stop
needle,
you.
like
Yeah,
a pilot
yeah.
needle point on there to stop you and create you that clean termination of your angles when you're doing lines like that.
But I like
I like
the
it.
pattern. Instead of just making a straight line,
That
he
pattern is
created
actually
it.
like really good, and I've seen that on a lot of master grade kits and even on high grades. But that line is good.
And the last one,
Don't forget to clean up, by the way, like
Yep.
sand it off.
clean up, clean up. We have from Jeff Santiago.
This one is like really fantastic.
A lot. You
There's
did a lot
of
there, yeah.
a lot of lines that he did. So multiple lines, angles, notches. He did quite a few, and I think he's getting there.
Mhm.
One suggestion is when you're doing symmetrical parts, I think you start doing your cutaways or the masking or the guides that you're using. Use guide like a ruler, count them off, dimensions matter. So it's especially when you're doing left and right and you're doing symmetrical patterns, it matters if they're all equal.
And
So-
this is a pretty. It's not an easy one because
No.
this is round surface.
It is. So
Curved
he actually
surface,
took the
yeah.
challenge that I said, like scribe on flat surfaces. He just went ahead with a curved surface. Salute to the guy who did it.
Amazing, amazing.
Jeff, salute to you, boss.
Okay, but we can only have one winner,
Yep.
and the winner is.
Da-da-da. And the winner is
And the winner is Rodrigo,
Rodrigo.
Santos. Congratulations, Rodrigo.
Yep.
Why Rodrigo?
Basically, that was the challenge. A straight line. If I can say that straight line is really equal. When you see on the picture, his line is so consistent and that notch is so clean too. He'll get there once he start drilling himself, then start adding like angles to this part. It will look great. If you can see his line, that's clean. And congratulations.
Yeah,
to Rodrigo.
remember guys, the basics, the fundamentals, that's the
Yeah.
most important parts. Once you master that, it'll be easy for you
Yeah.
to go to the more advanced.
Same thing when you're doing your
stages.
models. You start with a detail, you layer your details, you keep adding details. That refers to your skill sets too. If you're drilling yourself with a skill set, you'll keep adding skill set, you'll do your layers on detailing with a basic foundation that is really mastered.
And Rodrigo, we have quite a surprise for you. I know last week we said we're giving out a high grade tri-burning Gundam.
Yeah.
And we wanted to up it up a notch. So I'm sorry we're not getting the high grade tri-burning Gundam. But you are getting a 1/100 full mechanics Gundam Bael.
Yeah. There you go.
This is what you're
you
gonna get, my man.
And looking at the this kit, there will be like a blank canvas for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of chances for you to actually do your scribing here. So we'll be in contact with you. I hope you're watching right now. If you are, like, comment something. But we will be in contact with you and we'll let you know how you're gonna receive your kit. But yeah, amazing job. And good job everyone. To all those
Thank
that
you.
sent their entries, thank you so much for your cooperating. We have another master watching, Mr. Nathaniel Barrera.
Oh my god. Master
I
Nat.
want you here as well.
Next time you'll be here. How are you, Master Nat?
Benji is also watching.
Hey, masters are like tuning in.
Maybe we can do like a Zoom conference.
Yeah,
with
it will be
Benji.
better. Like all of the guys that they have their own build style, so it will like be.
It's good to like learn from like different signature
True.
ways of doing it. Like we said, as you go along, you'll discover your own signature way, your own signature pattern, your own signature
True.
technique. So.
I've learned a lot from Nat. I've learned a lot from Benji. I've learned a lot from most of the guys now on watching our live stream. So salute to the guys. Keep building, guys.
And guys, again, I can't stress out this out too much. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. A lot of things are awaiting us once we get more people tuning in on our YouTube channels. Every workshop will be uploaded there. So if you need any reference, go back to search our YouTube channel, Otaku Middle East. And yes, I guess we can start
Yeah.
with the preliminaries of our workshops.
Yeah.
And guys, if any of you that's watching at home and you've ever tried adding upgrade and detail parts on your build, let us know. Share your experiences, share
Yeah.
your stories,
This
share
ones.
any tips that you have, and yeah, we'll be happy to discuss it over the live stream. So, Sir James.
Yep.
My first question. I bought my kit. I
Mhm.
bought some basic tools.
Yeah.
I built it. And what is this upgrade parts, detailing parts that you're talking about?
Usually, upgrade
Go to
parts
the
are
license.
commonly with Gunpla. They are called builder parts. So most of the starters usually they want a bigger gun. They want to change like the standard weapon to like a chainsaw,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or a handgun, mini handgun. So these are all like pretty standard, and when they'll start off with this, most modification, it's not even modification. They'll just swap the parts from the standard guns of a Zaku, for example, and change it on the chainsaw. You can do that.
So this is
And-
not kit bash. There's a
Uh,
difference from kit bashing and using upgrade and detail parts.
There is, because kit bashing means you get another kit and swap it with parts and stuff like that. But they can use this as kit bash parts too. And some are pretty like those ones. These are detailing. That I'll be discussing mainly for this, not on. Go here. So if you can see, those are round molds, rivets, detailings. I use this a lot on my build, guys. So mainly for build, I pre-built, for example, this like a gun that I had on like a builder parts. It's they call it customized.
So
Yeah,
guys,
campaign
the
parts.
ones that you've seen right now is already pre-built by
Pre-built.
James. We'll teach you how to build that as we go along
Well,
through the
building
the
this one are
workshop.
pretty standard. It's just like kits. So look at that. See?
So there's a lot of things that you can do. Like the limit,
Yeah.
there's no limit.
It's your
There's-
imagination.
Yes,
So
exactly.
now I'm going to teach you on how to melt this one together as one. It doesn't look like a mix bag of
Yeah,
build.
yeah.
So slap on parts. Yeah. There's nothing wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. It will happen. It happened to me. I tried to bought a lot of this.
Add 17 Gatling guns or something.
I added a lot of that on my first builds, and yeah. So
Yeah, I guess a common mistake that they might do is
they'll overdo it again.
Yeah, like I can add more, I can add more. Which we saying there's nothing wrong if that's that's the effect that you want to achieve. But here in this workshop, we'll give you an insight on how to better arrange them and
Yeah,
integrate them to your
basically,
kit.
As I said, when I wanted to start immediately, like this one is the line that you guys started drilling yourself, right? Standard straights and notch and stuff like that. I added a vent. That is just that, a small piece. I'll take that off. I'm gonna use it. That's a standard wave vent. So usually vents are the one that you see like for exhaust and stuff like that. I use that to detail this. I'll integrate this one. It looks like it's raised now. Yeah, it's raised, but I'll try to blend that with pla plating, which you will also learn. Then it's just not like random slap on. That one will be part of a detail. Okay, I'll try as much as possible to show you that. Look at that standard, right? For example, this. Yeah, I'll keep showing you now. So that detail right there, I was inspired of these 3 holes now, and this, I wanted to add a part there, for example, right? What I did at home, not at home, I think I did it here.
This is your home.
Yeah. So
There's no difference.
that's what I did. So I pretty much add another layer of detail into the existing detail. Yeah, you can see that, right? Pretty clear. I drilled through and add another layer of detail inside, like detail. Like we call it minus molds, by the way, or up detailing parts. That's the standard one. That's what I did. So I'll show you that. And the pretty standard ones that guys and me usually you see that arm, like this arm and the hands, right? Pretty standard 1:4 scale. There are actually builder parts that do that. It's more detailed. So you can see the ridges, panels. Look, when you put detailing separations there, that matters a lot, even with a single hand. So what I did is simply change it, swap it. That's my standard. That was my standard finger, trigger finger. Change it to that. Look at that. Don't mind this one, I cut it, see? So I can just like easily like do it when I'm going to paint it after. So I call it pre-painting mod. So see, took that arm. Even the insides are detailed. Look at that. So when I'm going to paint that, put panel lines and stuff, it's going to show it, and it's gonna matter for me.
Yes.
It's add another layer of detail actually.
What do you say? Do you plan it in advance, or you can go along if you're not used to it yet?
At the first time, based on experience, usually people will tend to, or builders, they'll do it immediately. Just if you feel it, I want to change the hands, change it. I want to like give him a bigger gun, BFG. They will do it, and they'll keep learning through that. And most of you will start slapping on parts, and you'll have like too much of like that. Then my based on experience is when you start detailing, learn how to stop, like take a step back, reassess your lines and stuff, your layers. Okay, so what's next? I think we can start doing some like drills.
Couple of questions. So they might be wondering now. This is kind of like overwhelming, especially if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
Are there any compatibility issues? Like if you're using a certain detailing part, do you have to take something in consideration?
Okay. For most builder parts, if we're talking about gunpla, the straight ones that you can like immediately practice on are builder parts. So those are the ones that I'll show you now. Like a sword, for example. A sword. You can extend the wings. That's pretty much like closer to a hiyakushiki. And the most common ones, I think, Master Nap and the guys usually use are radoms. We call it sensors and stuff. When they're doing their heavily modified backpacks, these are the ones that they use. Look at that. So those. Claws, for example, this one you can use for a Zigok or any Xeon that will work well. I like that detail.
They're already pretty detailed. Eh?
Yeah, it's more a detail of I think builder parts is the concentration is they add more layer of detail to the standard weapon sets that are included on a kit. So you can see more rivets, lines, and stuff like that. So that pretty much is like an easy
Easy to apply.
build apply, build, use it. So
So
that,
basically, there's no boundary at all. Like
no,
if
as
you
you
want to
said,
add this certain part, I guess scale is also an issue.
scale, yes. So you'll
Mhm.
have as I said, with builder parts, there are scales involved already. With the hands that I use, these are the 144, 1:144 scale. So that's what I'd use. They usually had the scale included already. And by the way, I found out one very good with builder parts. They have this.
What is that?
That I can use as detail later.
But it's not supposed to be a part of it, right? It's just like
I don't
part
know.
of the runner.
It's part of the runner, but I can see like a hinge now.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can even use runners itself.
Ta-da! I'm sorry if you guys found out already that about this one. Today was the first one I see this hinge. I'll use that on this kit. See, I have like a builder part already included there, a hinge that I can use. So let's use that.
Complexity level. How would you say is this hard to do? If I'm
No.
new, I'm a newbie. Can I get right into it or?
You're a newbie, you can get straight into it. All you need is the skill set or the standard side cutters and stuff like that. You cut it, glue it. So with this, like smaller parts, the one that I did here, for example, Paolo,
Mm-hmm.
is I needed cement, so I needed to glue it there.
Yes.
But for the builder parts, they are snap fits.
Yes.
For scale modelers out there, we're not forgetting you. There are upgrade parts too, but they
Yeah,
are the more
the-
complex in terms of skill set or complexity. The upgrade parts for scale models are more difficult. That I
I
can
would say,
they,
yeah.
they are resin parts. There are antennas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You need modifications on the kits themselves to like fit the particular part, and that I'll try to discuss it
Somehow,
here.
yeah. And then for scale models, if you don't know what we mean by scale models, like that's your cars, your tanks, your planes. The goal is to make it as realistic as possible.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
why
have that thing that you're like going for.
for the scale models, the upgrade parts are more into if they have for example the kit on a 1:72 scale cockpit is blank, they'll do upgrade parts for a cockpit.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I will deal with that. It's another like a lot of questions.
So
will
you
go
probably you can always start from like a simple modification. So and you go
rivets
from there.
they'll
yes.
start with rivets, adding rivets, antennas, that one. So I think we can start, Paulo, and the guys are excited.
Yes,
so I don't want them
yes.
like to keep on waiting. I wanna like let's go.
Go for
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah.
So
You'll talk about the tools as we go.
yes,
Okay.
as I go
Yes.
along, I'll go through it. So
Mhm.
majority of the build, I'll be using the standard. Let's focus on the build itself, okay? So those are the kits. The standard one, the basic one, the modified one. So I showed you that already, right? So pretty much compared, I like the builder parts more. Okay?
Mhm.
So I'll be using standard builder parts weapons. I'm going to try to integrate it with this. Basically, the problem, well, not a problem, an issue is scale, right? One. Second is, how will I fit this? If there's peg here and stuff like that. And I cannot fit it directly on a backpack. That we will discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I can see already with the newer high grades, there are mounts actually that is included already. So they are meant, especially for the kits, right? The newer kits, Gundam kits, they have integrations with builder parts already.
Yes.
So
they
it's
already
just
took the builder parts into account. So
build,
to
mount,
make it
build,
easier.
mount, build, and mount. But I'd like to focus you guys on this too. How we can use this, because this is like it's like a standard modification detailing for Gunpla, and I think this is the more easier one for you for our introduction on detailing. These are really easy. Cut, detail on where you want to, but I want you to learn on how to integrate it properly. Okay. So now you saw this, right? That's the standard one. I did this. So I want you to like I want to do that replicate again because that was my inspiration, those 3 rivet holes. I did my own. Yeah. There you go. See? I can actually add another layer of detail inside, but I will not glue that. So I will go through some. When I'm doing temporary fix, blue tacks. Okay? Blue tacks is your best
Very helpful,
friend.
yeah.
When you're doing
In everything, even in painting, if you're doing this, you gotta have it.
yes. And for example, that I'll try to cut now. I'll do this. Okay? Do that. I'll just cut that off on the runner. This is the wave vents, by the way. Okay, I'm just using the smaller vents as detailing vents, but I'm using them for detailing. Cut. Make sure that it's clean. So you only need an X-Acto knife, or if you're comfortable with standard side cutter, use it. A file. Okay, like that should be that. So you can file that off, but sandpapers will also do. Okay, so different grits. With smaller parts like this, I like that. So I'm gonna do this. Where I cut it, I clean it. So I don't have to go back again and clean. That's small, right? But I still put in the work, guys. You cut a knob part, you clean the knob. So put in the work. Just clean before you slap it on your plastic, because you don't want to go back and sand it off once it's stick there. So now what I'm doing is,
before integrating it has to be clean.
I wanna like see where I want to put it. So maybe instead of that, just to like test maybe. But with that, it's pretty standard. I don't even have to test it. See, that's easy. I can see immediately the symmetry, right? I'll use this as mounts. So mount, they are meant to be vents, but I'll use them as mount connectors. Probably with that.
That's great.
Okay.
You have to consider the practicality of it.
Yeah.
You can't just slap on parts and because it looks good. I mean, you can do that, but to make more sense, you actually have to think what it's for. Why is it there?
Yeah.
Why are you putting it there?
So
Amazing.
with upgrade parts such as this, there's not like only wave. There is a lot of this like wave, builder parts.
Yeah, Mr. Kais actually said that aside from Bandai, we have
Yeah.
a wide range of compatible parts from Wave, from
Yeah,
Kotobukiya.
those are wave. Builder parts. From those are the one that I was discussing earlier. Those are the weapon sets, right? And they also have upgrades in a way like rivets and stuff. And the most one, my favorite, are wave and this. Then hopefully we can bring them all here. So look at those option details. And I know Nat and me have like a competition on how many do we have like this. So I even have like a full.
If you guys can see, there's a lot here.
Yeah. Can you go on the front camera, Mickey? That's just my upgrade parts. Those all are only rivets and stuff. And there's something like this.
How do you organize them?
I organize them by shape. So
By shape,
round molds,
I see.
bent, square molds, stuff. So let's go. Let's proceed. So let's keep engaging with the guys. So this one, I wanna stick it now because see the symmetry. One trick when holding small parts, this. But I need a new blade, okay? So what I'll do, I'm sorry, I'll have to be careful when dealing with cement on a table set up like this because my then to pick up that small part, stab, lurch, and slowly put it into place.
How
Then
important is a steady hand?
Now through the years, I can see that my hands are shaking already, but it's just a matter of putting it to rest, resting it. Now you can see that there's stackiness already. I'll go in and put another line.
Apply a little bit more just to secure it in place.
Yeah. And put. There you go. So now I have a detailed mount for that. I'll try to add it on the top. Though you see those small ones? I'll cut two. Why?
Mr. Kai is saying that some Kotobukiya weapon set actually have a wind-up mechanism.
Yeah, and I think Mr. Kai is referring to that. I'm not sure if it's the chainsaw that has the motor. Yeah, it has gears, man. So, yeah.
So cool.
I haven't used it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I know there is. Maybe
You can actually create a functioning chainsaw.
that would be funny.
Yeah.
You can create like Battle of the Robots.
Yeah. I can already see like a heavy arms, and then the Gatling gun is actually rotating. That would be really awesome.
You'd be surprised, Paolo. That concept.
That has been done already.
No,
Yeah.
not have been done. It's overly done.
Overly done already.
When they see a heavy arms, I want it to rotate.
I thought I had an original idea.
No. So like every year you see it.
You're 15 years.
I'm 15 years late.
So now I have to balance. I like that. See, I have mounts already. So what I'll do now is I didn't clean this because I know that I would have to like layer a flat plate on top of this. So I'll make sure where I cut it, that's the one that I'll put a flat plate on. Man, it's difficult to see without my magnifying glass. You need it too. But if I'm working with the camera, I need to like really go steady.
Yep.
Because once I'm doing, I go like this. My face is on the part. You don't want a close-up with my nose in there.
Guys, if you have any questions, let us know.
See? That's just a standard X-Acto knife. A cement. Tamiya cement. I'm using Tamiya cement for years, and there are my
That's a
favorite.
thin one, right?
Yeah, the thin
Extra
one,
thin.
and they also have the extra thin fast drying. I like that for quick works,
Yeah,
small
especially
ones.
small parts.
But to be honest, this is the ones that really fly off the racks when here in our shop
Easily.
easily. So get a bottle or two at our store every time you see Tamiya cement. So I'm just aligning them now. I'm just aligning.
It
So-
dries up fast.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that if I'm doing a mount, that will hold pretty quick. So alignment checks. Yep, I'm good. There you go. Let's compare. Every
Yeah,
time.
that's my
compare.
favorite part, comparing it.
Ta-da!
It's like Nothing against the original design, but that's like miles away from the original design,
Yeah.
and you, yeah, there's
Detail.
man.
Okay. So I wanna like really drill you guys on my techniques on doing layers. So I want to introduce you on how you can create layers such as this. Basically, you had that before, flat surface, two notch. I call it notches, but a scribe panel there. Usually a standard with gunpla. If I see a surface round, what I did is I drill a pinhole. Like, I'll do it now. See? You mark that center, right? Easier with a X-Acto knife. I'll mark that, or your scriber needle, you can mark that. Okay? There you go. Then all you need is a drill. So I use two-step drills. Mains 2 diameter. This one I think it's 0.9 or 1 mm, and another 3 mm. So you can just get one. By the way, so this one are interchangeable. So those are either drills like that or chisels like that. So I have my Tamiya, I have multiple layer drills. Invest on your tools. That's what I will keep saying on these streams. So I'll just go ahead now and
Invest one by one,
Yeah.
not
No.
all at once.
not all at
Or
once.
you'll have the tools, but you have no money to buy the kits anymore.
True. So, can you see it?
I think our reception is clear.
I'm not going to drill all the way
Like
through
a
because
deeper
I
hole.
know. Let's separate that one. When I took this out, I know that there's a peg here. I actually sniffed that off. Ting. And I just left that peg so I can still connect it. See? When I'm painting. But after, maybe I'll glue that when painting stages. But for now, I'll just keep it like a really shallow drill. Then that will be my, if I can see that it's drilled in already but not all the way through, I'll clean it off with this.
Yeah,
Still not
you're
all the
using
way
a
through.
thicker one.
Yeah, that's the 3 mm. I'm still controlling, not putting too much pressure when drilling. See? So now I have a thicker one. Now you can notice when I'm drilling, this drill, it goes like that. So my drill hole is actually concave. So I want a clean cut so I can put my, where is it? That's the wave one, okay? I'll be using that. That's the one that I use on the other part. See? Wave. This is the wave rounded burners, I think. Type 1. So now, from the curve or concave, I'll do the rimmer or the chisels from Gadhan. I use that. We have the like Gadhan sets here, guys. Invest in a good set of chisels. These are one of the best. So I'll change this one and try to rim. Okay? But again, not too much pressure. What it's gonna do is it's gonna rim it, hopefully the correct way that I want it. See? I'm just controlling.
When
Yeah,
you're
see?
saying rim, the term rim it,
Is-
what does that?
I'll show you in like up here. I'll just need to concentrate on how to rim this one properly. There you go. Now I have a clean round.
Concentration is very important as well.
There.
I see. I see what you're
So I
trying to
can
do there.
now just to clean it up. Standard sanding stick.
What grit of sanding stick are you using?
I'm for this 600, 400 will do.
I see.
Then I'll go higher maybe on a file with that, a fine file. I usually use that to clean up.
Quick question from Mr. Kais. Like accidents happen? If I
Accidents
stick
do
a
happen.
part like upside down or later that it's not straight, how can he like fix that? Can he remove it again?
Mr. Kai, is it a question if I already glued it with cement?
Mm-hmm.
So one question is if you glued it with a Tamiya cement, the standard reaction for Tamiya cement is it melts the plastic together.
Mm-hmm.
It actually melts it. That's the bonding process of
cement.
Tamiya cement. With that, if you wanna like really remove and align it, I'll use an X-Acto knife.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly skim through the bottom, slowly shave off. But it matters what surface, rounded surface or flat surface. Because
What's the difference?
the difference is if you're shaving on a rounded surface, the tendency is you'll shave up like edge, straight.
Yeah.
With a flat surface, you have like an immediate guide already or a plank table that you can do this. Right? I can't believe that I did that with my hand.
Be
That's
careful.
what I was saying.
That's not plastic.
Yeah.
That's your hand.
Done by pros. Don't do
Don't do this at home.
Don't do this at home. So what Mr. Kai was doing, wanted to ask is that shave off, clean. Then immediately you'll have flashes and the glue marks and stuff.
You'll in a way kinda ruined already.
There will be a lot of like excess glue, plastic ruined. So what you'll do is standard plastic, sandpaper. Sandpaper's layer from 300 grit go high. So you'll progress in your sanding. That's how to clean it.
That's how to clean it. Ali has a question. What is your preference? Plastic up detailing parts or metal ones?
Both.
Both. Depends on what you want. Right?
Here's the thing. I have a tendency to go with plastic because I want a particular color for detail. Okay? Unless, because we have, for example, guys, we have a lot of, I think I have, you're talking about those, Ali, right? I have a lot of this. Those are the thrusters by High-Key Parts. So immediately this can be mounted on backpacks. I can change that. I can mount it there. Just this one is a standard drill. You need drills to install metal parts like thrusters. And with metal parts, gluing is different. You'll need super glue. Super glue such as that or the standard giant glue. White glue. Accelerator matters. It helps you make your gluing. But it's trickier.
Okay.
For me, if I'm putting in metal parts, I maybe basically like if I want it immediately that aluminum, colored aluminum or silver.
You
If I want
already
to-
have that metal.
yeah. So if you want to still paint it, and probably smoke effects, stain effects, that I can do with
Weather it a bit, yes.
clear colors. But I'd use metal parts when I don't want to paint. But if I want a particular color, I'd use the plastic.
I get it. Yeah.
So when I'm doing my priming stages, I can still do.
So to answer your question, Ali, it really depends on what you're looking for. What kind of effect you're trying to achieve.
Or what kind of finish are you looking for at the end? Is it the metal that attracts you more, or you want your own colors? By all means, it's up to you.
Guys, keep the questions coming in, okay? And please share our workshop. Let's have more people like learn from us, and we'll create like a community here. So yeah, please share the workshop. Give us your questions.
So there you go. I think I pretty rimmed that clean. So I'm going to, I hope I have my standard brush. Install that little round part. Guys, don't worry on what I'm using as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing for me is I try to work on my, this is 1:1:144 scale. So I'm trying to put in you like a practice that when I'm doing detail on a small kit, I try to much at least um, do my details smaller even.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's still in scale and doesn't go off on the scale of the kit.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take that off again. It matters if you have like a clean X-Acto like new. So when you're cleaning the edge of this, you don't have to sand. But most of the
Nice.
time I sand still. Even that, I'll still sand. Look how small that is. Just to give you... I can see it in the camera even. So,
So small.
so let's glue that. See, all I used was drills because I can, guys, I can probably like take this and glue it immediately there. Right? Come on. There. I can do that. I can immediately glue that. But every time I do that, how to say, not ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a line already that I want it flush, so it doesn't step up. It
Mhm.
doesn't look like it's aftermarket. It doesn't
Mhm.
look slapped on.
You want it to look like it's a
It's
part, of it.
the kit.
Yes.
Once I start painting it, it looks like it was there already when Bandai did it.
Mm.
Hello, Bandai.
Mhm.
So let's put it there like a small tab of glue. Again, pick it up with my X-Acto knife. There you go. Ta-dan! See? Now I have my left arm detailed on the joints. That was the one that I did. And the one that I just did now. And I will not stop here because of those detail of rivets. I'd probably get a microset drill. Drills are the one that we're gonna keep doing using. Drills and saw. Okay? See, those are tiny drills. I'll probably put in drill set here. I'll mark it.
Sorry about that.
So I'll probably like drill through this. So let me try on this end. So to add another layer of intricate detail. So I'll change this drill bit into the tiniest, one of the tiniest bit that I have.
Any tip on handling those really tiny
And if
drill
it would be,
bits?
don't force it. Let the drill work for you. I have like a lot of mishaps doing like flimsy drills,
Mm-hmm.
it will break easily because they are really
Yeah, they're
thin.
really thin.
But if you will get the Tamiya one, this is the old Tamiya ones. Right now, the latest one that they have, for example, I want to like show you. I want to. Oop. That I cannot even get. See?
Yeah, even handling them, you have to use tweezers.
Okay, but again, that's just an advanced level already. I just wanted to like show that you keep adding layers that will help you like make this one.
And guys, please don't drop.
Don't drop them. Yeah.
They'll be literally needle in a haystack.
So
Very, very small.
man, I cannot find my collect chalk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting the drill set ready for this one bit. I hope that I still have it. Nope. I think I... Yeah, I forgot to get that. Okay. There. Let's see if this one works. How do I put that back? Wow, my collect chalk are loose. It's loose. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. This would have been drilled from that. I drilled there, 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 there. 6 drill set. And you would have seen this. My collets are loose, so that be careful. So I can't use my micro sets right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do another jump.
How do you do like to maintain the
Maintain
your-
usually is every time for micro drill sets is you store them properly and
Mhm.
don't over twist this one. The one that I have now here is the older one, so sorry.
buy a new one?
Buy a new one? Yeah. Probably after this stream I'm buying a new one. To show you another layer, I'll just put in that. If I added those drills, I could have done that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Rivet lines for a joint. That would like really cool for that. Okay? That was my intention to like use the micro drill sets.
But we'll get it done
Yeah.
because you'll see the progression of the Zaku.
And now I wanted to do this. As I said, it will be drills, builder parts, saw. So one more thing that I did, one side this one, and I want to change, right? This. Chop it up. Here. I can use that.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Or I can use this. Open palm. And I think I'm gonna use this because this has more details compared to that. There you go. So that I'll use for the left arm. Now, have you noticed that this one have spikes? Another standard on my builds is this one spikes. Most of the Zappos have them, but I don't like it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll start using those. You see those lines? I'll use this line as my guide for. Huh? Yeah.
We're chopping them off.
Sorry, I was like talking to me. He said for chopping line. Yes. So these are my immediate guides already. So that's the standard, and that's what I did. Ta-da.
Man, that looks amazing.
Right? So I use a standard vernier. Ta-da.
But sewing your kit, that takes
That
that
vernier
takes
one.
some courage, I guess. Like if you've never done it before,
Yeah.
taking that first step that you're
Again.
actually gonna cut your kit apart.
It will happen. The first thing when they're asking, I wanna like do this detailing, and when you start talking to them and what you wanna do, and I'm afraid to like mess up my kit. Yes, me too.
Who
The thing-
does?
The thing is, arm yourself with tools, knowledge, research, ask the proper questions.
Experience.
And how to say, don't put a question like too general. Go in specific. Then the guy that you're asking with probably can zone in on what proper tool that you
What-
need.
yes,
That
yes.
we can help.
Mhm.
So now you remember I've used that for the detailing the joints. Okay. Change that with builder parts. Now I'm gonna use this on the armors, like shoulder armor, the big armor. I'm gonna do that, right? So I'm gonna show it on this side. That's the original. Now, there are a lot of saw, and my favorite one is
I guess we're talking about hobby saw,
hobby saw.
not for woodwork.
Nope.
Not the one that you
you,
use.
you want this as thin as possible so you're cutting less plastic but cuts really well. This one can go through my bones easily. Not joking. Out. So it can cut through
That's
this.
really sharp. So you have to be very careful, guys.
handle your tools properly. That's my go-to.
And that looks like an expensive tool.
It is an investment too.
Yeah.
I have their sets. But the favorite ones that I kept telling our starter in the hobby, this is by Way.
Yeah, that's
the,
nice.
Grip Momoko soft sets. And the good thing about this is they have the grip. And I have the Hasegawa too, the Hasegawa tri tool. You remember the scriber that I kept mentioning before? This one is a tri tool saw. This I started off with this too.
I actually
These are
have
good for
the
starters.
Tamiya one at home.
Tamiya is good, but I find Tamiya, the ones that are not photo etch, really thick, so they're not meant for like detailing
I
work
understand,
like
yes.
this. So I go with this. For example, that. So I'll use that guide. I'll start cutting, okay? I'll just show you. These are thin, flimsy photo etch saw, so just don't force it.
I'm seeing a pattern in using all these tools. Do not force it.
Yes,
Like let the tool do the work for you.
true.
Start really slow and eventually like you'll be able to cut it or to drill it.
I'll use that
Yeah.
too. I'm confident that that sticker, that's thinner. And as Paulo said, you let the tools do the work because the guys that designed this already made our life easier. See, that one will make me like go through it more in a like slow pace, but I'll take my time. But with that, let's see. Bye bye plastic.
It looks thick, but it's a very thin blade.
Yep. So I don't want to like ruin the details, so I'm just following the lines. I can cut through it straight down, but no, I won't do that. I'll just
Yeah.
follow my lines. Let's make that go far. I'm just following the guides.
So yeah, guys, you might think like, well, why? I don't want to like cut up my kit or saw my kit, but
I'm doing it on purpose, like detailing.
yeah,
Ta-da! Clean cut.
it's amazing.
See?
And how easy you did it.
So, now, very important thing, with every cut, even when you're building,
Clean up.
clean up. So, sanding sticks.
We have a comment here, sir. He's your
Yep.
friend on Facebook, but I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Hey, Jello! How are you, my friend? Hola, Mustasa. Yeah, take care, buddy. Take care in Singapore. And all the best, man, with all the plans. Jello is actually one of the core builders too in the Philippines, and he have one GBWC too.
Amazing.
So he's a good friend.
Yeah, we have a lot of masters watching us right now.
Probably
We
they'll
can't
message
mess up.
Yeah, probably they'll message me tonight. What are you doing? But I hope I'm making you guys all proud in a way. So I'm doing this for us, teaching the next generation of builders to do
Yes.
the things properly. So I'm doing the cleanup. I want that as flat as possible. Okay. Sorry if I keep going off camera on the angle because doing it down is not my how to say sweet spot on like working. I go really close.
It's not the most comfortable position
Yeah,
for
so
you.
I
You
have to
adjust.
adjust.
Exactly.
So now what I want to do is put that another layer right there. So let's cut. I'll just keep that saw because
It's sharp.
it's short, expensive, and let's take care of it. Again, just an exact knife. And I would like to thank Mickey also for supporting our live
Mickey,
stream right now. He's our set director, Mickey, and as like the
Mickey
standard.
Imperial.
Yeah. How to say it? Standard Otaku ME greeting would say, hello, guys. Nico.
Mr. Kai saying, feels like it's all masters and then there's me. What do you mean, boss?
Mr. Guys, you'll be a master. Just keep building, sir.
After our workshop,
See, even that small, I'm cleaning, guys, huh? Because this one is like muscle memory, as
Yes,
we were
yes.
telling last stream. If you keep doing it proper,
It'll be second nature,
Second
dude.
nature. I cut
Exactly.
it off the runner. Immediate one that I'll grab is a sanding stick because I want those cutting marks clean. Okay, so that is a standard like glue.
immediately after our workshop last week,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Kais went to the store,
Yes.
he picked up some scribers,
Yes,
and he started scribing.
we saw guys like buying scribers. I want to see all those works. So, cement. That. I usually do that. Then, pick up the part. Align it with that. I'm gonna eyeball it from afar. I hope. The good thing with this, the Tamiya cement, is I have a few seconds to wiggle the part in place and stuff like that. I just don't do put a lot of glue.
Yes.
Because that will leave you excess glue marks and you don't want to go back, sand that off again.
Yeah, the worst thing would be for the cement to run through the details
True.
and ruin it. So yeah, you have to put like minimal amount.
Yeah, so you can adjust. Then as a final, if I want to like fix it now, I'll run it through.
Yeah, on the sides, just
Sides.
to make sure that it's fixed.
Okay. I think I'm done gluing that too. Now, I want to show you one important thing. Have you seen that? It's all sanded, right? Because this shoulder armor is actually two parts.
Ooh,
That.
I didn't notice that. So that was a seam line.
Yeah, that's a nasty seam line over there. Now, the only way I can go through this, sealing this, and painting it separately, because I know, see, look, that is a peg on this part. And if I seal that, I'll never be able to, how to say, paint this one separately with that.
Because you won't be able to remove it again.
Yeah, so when I'm painting, now I'll go through a quick, we call it pre-paint mods.
Mm-hmm.
So I sealed it with cement. I sealed that already and I sand that off. Now it's one piece, right? And I still have that to sand.
The other side. But
So-
can you show it again, sir?
Yeah.
I really did not notice
Mm-hmm.
that it was actually two parts.
It was two parts.
So yeah.
So what I did
you
is
did
I
a really
used
good
the-
job with that seam line.
I use a cement, fuse them together, stick them together, and wait for it to cure a day. Then I'll sand that off. I'm not gonna use this because on a rounded part, you want to use a sponge, a sandpaper such as this.
More
So you can-
valuable.
Go through that. And if I can see that there's like a big stepping, as you can see now, I try to get help. Help is always good. Have you ever heard about ceramic blades?
Ceramic blades.
These are scrapers in a way. They are, you can use this one, but if it gets dull, ruins your plastic. That takes a bit longer. Most guys usually use that and this, but now I'm using this round part because I'm gonna use it on a round edge. I don't want it flat, right? I try to.
Does it work almost the same as a regular knife as well, or
It
it
can
has?
be.
It can be.
It can be, but a regular knife, usually when it gets dull, it skips. Tick, 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 tick,
Oh,
and
yes.
you'll see ridges. Then again,
Mhm.
you'll have to sand off. So there. That's seam line treatment, and we can discuss that on another.
Yes.
I just wanted to show that maybe you'll notice that it's one part already compared to that. So what I did actually is, now, I have a dilemma, Paolo.
Mm-hmm. What is
Now,
that?
How the hell can I say
You
that?
put it back.
Will I put it back on there?
I was thinking about that as well.
Okay, so I'll call it pre-paint mods, and we usually do C-cuts. You see that? I cut it intentionally. Using my saw, I cut it because it's a round part. I'll show
Mhm.
you how it will look. Looks like that. It's a round one, right? So what I did is to cut at an angle that it will look like a C. When I'm going to push my for example that, the two parts, it can still lock it in place and hold it.
I see what you mean. Yeah, its main purpose is still there, but now
So I
you can
did
you can insert it from the side.
this at an angle. I cut it there.
Mhm.
I cut it here. So now it's a C cut. So I can snap it in place.
Man.
So I'll just snap that up in place. So that's a C cut. That's a standard one. And most of the master
Man.
here do C cuts. Jello, Benji, Master Nat. Those are the guys that does C cuts.
Mr.
Especially on dice.
Dash de la Cruz saying
Hey,
it's a
Dash de la
neat
Cruz
tool.
too.
Yeah.
Hey, man. How are you? A lot of Filipino modelers are here. Kabayan! Welcome po. So, now, as you notice, this I did already, so I can see the difference. You can see the difference. See, that ridge, it's the same material as this. It's the same tool. It's, you notice, Paulo, it's thinner.
Mhm.
What I did is to shave it really close, but to maintain a ridge still in the inside.
And you
Okay.
did that purposely
Because there you go. That sticks out too much for me.
Oh, okay,
Right?
okay.
It sticks out a lot, but that more like blended in.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
that's the one that I keep repeating on this stream is you blend all your detailing. So now I think I'll have to blend
Makes
that.
makes a lot of sense there.
File. I can use that. I can probably use this.
It makes it more compact.
As long as it's flat. Okay? Don't use
And don't
sandpaper.
overdo it.
Hmm.
You don't want to lose the ridge there. Yeah.
Then, if you put a ridge, I probably would have just used a round mold and just stick it
Yes,
there, right?
exactly.
The reason why I still have like an inner ridge there is I can put another layer of detail, like for example, those. I can insert it, but I won't glue it. So when I'm painting it, it's easier for me to stick after. So I have.
So you can actually put that inside, yeah.
those
Detail upon detail.
Yeah, I'll show that too. Detail after detail, correct?
But remember, guys, overdoing it sometimes is not a very good idea. So
True.
make sure that it's the. I guess the good thing to keep in mind is like in a real situation, if it's a real Zaku, and like
Doing it
why,
in
why
scale.
exactly, right?
What's the purpose?
What's the purpose of it? Create like a story. What's the
Maybe
purpose?
for
What's
me,
the reason?
the reason why I had this one is I'll create a mount here. So there's like a mount rack here on the top. I'll create this one going top there, mount there. And this one will have like chains and stuff
Exactly.
hanging.
I think you're thinking that instead of 3 spikes like this one, you can actually like
That's a ramming spike. This is a
instead of
purpose
3
spike.
spikes, yeah, you can actually
Purpose of
have
it,
something
create
more in there.
like a story.
When
What's
I do
the
my
purpose?
detailing,
What's the reason?
the reason why I
Such as
had this
this,
one, I always try to ask myself, what's the purpose?
Exactly.
So it gives me the immediate answer. Okay, I'll use it as a mount later. Then again, cleanups.
Jello has a tip for us. Like for beginners, it is advisable to do C cuts with multiple cuts
Yep.
to widen the gap and test fit each step to avoid making it too wide that the
Yes.
parts will fall off.
And to add with Jello, I know that that's for like beginners. When you're doing C cuts, don't immediately cut. Correct. And do not force it because sometimes when you're doing C cuts like this, it weakens the parts, right, Jello? So what we usually do is do cuts of plot plate to stabilize, to reinforce the one that you cut. It is designed to hold the peg. Then you cut it. It will be it sacrifices the stability. So
Yeah.
be careful. And I agree totally with Jello. Thanks for that, man.
Guys, we need more comments. So if you have any questions, let us know. Questions, suggestions, and like Mr. Jello did, like if you have your own tips to share, we'd love to hear them and discuss them.
True. So sometimes when I do hard file like that, I do use my cement to clean up too.
Your cement to clean up.
Yeah.
That's a neat trick. I haven't tried that before.
Clean up means I just go through it with one pass because if you keep going back and forth with a brush and a cement, what happens is it will melt your plastic and you'll see
Exactly. Yeah.
brush marks. So now that is done, I'll go with the other side, right? But instead of me working on that, I'll show you on how I detail this another layer. Okay, I've done that, I filed that, then I'll add another layer. That I'll keep for later. So let me choose from my stack
Moving
of...
on.
Moving on.
Guys, please share the stream to your friends, to your family.
Found the perfect part.
Let's get everyone involved here. And let us know what you think.
That's a kotobukiya. See, that's another layer that I can probably squeeze in. Let me wish. Fits exactly well. Okay. Now this I won't glue it with cement because usually with me I like painting this one separately. I'm that crazy.
Mhm.
Most guys do that. But they can probably hand paint it after.
I think for something that small, definitely hand painted. Yeah.
Hand painting is the faster way to do it.
Mm.
For me, I'll stick that in a stick or like a blank
Mm.
cardboard. That
And then airbrush. it.
airbrush it.
Yeah.
So clean up easy. Clean up easy. When I see a weird angle, see I'm not also. I see a weird angle, I'll go clean that up again.
Guys, if you notice, there's a bell on the probably on the upper right corner of your screen, or maybe on the bottom of the screen. Click on that bell. You'll be notified every time we go live, so you don't miss anything.
So is there any surprise on today's stream, Paulo?
Well, it's gonna be a surprise. Surprise!
So, okay. See? Layer and another layer. Those are cleaned up already. See? More blended in compared to that. So I'm just gonna leave that and show you this too on what's the difference.
And something I've noticed, when you see the parts, you'll immediately see like the
Yeah.
big guns, the big like weapons, the chainsaw, and you immediately I want to add that gun, I want to add that chainsaw.
True.
But what you're doing right now is the tiny details.
Tiny
which
detail. I think they expected this stream to like, oh, I'm gonna do big guns and
Big guns
I'm
and
gonna
all
do that too. Give me, I'm just gonna complete it. I'm gonna jump on that.
But to think of it, like the tiny details is what makes it more
Yes.
unique.
Um,
Like something you'd not expect, and then you see it there.
I think Ide said this too. I hope Ide is on the stream, but
Mhm.
he said one time to us that you want guys to be looking on your model from afar. They get attracted. Pull them with the details. That's the first layer. Pull them, and again, that's their second layer. And the third details will be those tiny, minute details that
To
you
have
can
a
add.
whole different story once they get up close.
Yeah. So see, I just use a standard blue tack. Let me make that even smaller. Just to see what I'm planning to.
Benji says the devil is in the details.
Ha! Perfect. See? There you go, my friend.
Man.
I've seen this design a lot when I started. I always ask myself, how did they do that? How did they do that? And the answer came from this. Kotobuki. So that's the easiest detailing.
Mhm.
Detailing.
I have a
upgrade.
question. Like, I'm really interested to know about this.
Mhm.
You put it there,
Mhm.
but the way that the line is positioned, do you have to consider that,
Yes.
or you just stick it in there
No.
and randomly?
You can immediately see that this is my corner that goes, for example, that.
Mhm.
It's all about the lines and symmetry,
Symmetry,
or
right? Yes.
how to say. See, I didn't go the direction of this screw, the screw head.
Mhm.
I angled it immediately on that corner, so it pulls me in. I don't know. I keep doing that.
And it makes
But it
sense.
makes sense, okay.
Yeah.
I'll show you this.
In a
Is it-
design point of view, it makes sense.
See, when I'm doing how to say temporary work with blue tack, it makes me decide what makes it more beautiful.
Yeah, the angled one pointing towards.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So that is the standard straight. I'll go another one. Like show you that. Okay. Hopefully I won't miss my detailing. But straight up, vertical line. Does it make sense?
Same
Horizontal.
reason that this line over here is not straight, I guess.
So
Yeah.
I went immediately with an angle, right? Muscle memory
Mhm.
practice keeps me doing that because I know already it will work. It will
It-
pull in my design.
You didn't even think about it.
Because
It's automatic.
if it's angled this way, it counters my line here, and when I'm doing my poses, it's not connected to any line.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Correct? So now, see, when I sanded off that minus mold, I can show another layer even on the side, at the front, at an angle. You can see immediate layers. I have 1, 2, and 3. 3 layers immediately on 2 detailing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So
If-
yeah, like it's in the tiny details,
Yeah.
really.
I'll show that on the one that is not sanded off, okay?
I can already imagine it's gonna look like the difference.
I can also go with this. It's hidden. So it looks embedded in a way. And on the sides, then gone.
Ah, I get your point there.
Right? Those simple things that you do, like extra work that you do, even when you have immediate that you will have to slap on, if you do extra work, it will give you a big difference. Because when I sanded off that, it gives me a thicker rim. If you can imagine that, that's a tiny rim. So when I sanded that off, it gives me a thicker rim. When I'm painting, I can actually get those lines hand painted and create more lines if I want to. Now
So
you understand that?
Yeah, it's a small thing, but it creates a really big difference.
Now, let's use that C section, and I hope I won't break it.
Benji's saying it's very similar to common mistakes with panel lines. So, for instance, using angular panel lines on curvy parts, sometimes it looks off.
Ha, agree. You learned a lot, Benji.
You really have to consider it. Yeah.
See, Paula? Now let's compare it to that guy. Which do you prefer now? With just minus molds such as that, kotobukiya and wave combination of what you do, you create layers.
No, I think this is from the anime.
Yeah, it's
And
those-
that one is like how it should look like if we had a Zaku in the real world.
Yeah, that's me. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
See, I'm liking this build. So, one of the intentions today is like integrate these ones now, right? I've pre-built weapons, so I'm gonna do my weapons instead of this one. I don't know. Me thinking like this an ammo belt. I will probably take that off.
Mm-hmm.
There's an ammo belt
Yeah.
here, so I can imagine, and that hinders my posing. So I'll
Yeah, if
take
you have that,
energy cable probably or ammo belt. I'll probably get a spring or like a more flexible hose for this. I'll change this. I don't like it. So if you can see now, going back with the builder parts, I actually use some from campaign parts. Gunpla builder parts, this one. So I like this one to be one of my main Zaku weapon. So see, standard one, slap on. But I think that's meant for one. One is a 144 scale GM or an RX.
Mm-hmm.
That shape.
Yeah,
yeah.
that one is very close to the design of the
So if I
RX-78.
put it there, looks good though. But nope. Let's take that off. Now I want this mobility. That gun, so I can
It's
probably
very
put it there,
quite
but
flexible.
that's, see, I'm eyeballing too high, right?
That kind of looks like GM.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yeah, I agree with you. Ah. So now, as I said, most of the new kits right now have integration of pegs, or is it intentional with this kit? I don't know. But see, there's a peg there.
We have a very creative idea here.
What?
From JM Balinas, you can use zipper for the ammo belt.
Ha! Yes.
That's very
I agree.
creative,
and
yeah?
it's metal already, man.
Yes.
So I agree. See, I put that as a mount.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Take it out.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's my mount. I'm done. I have my Zaku. Boom boom. See how easy it is to use
Yeah.
builder parts. Took
And
a
then-
standard weapon that is meant for an RX, use it on a Zaku. Then I have my Zaku cannon. Verchar?
Version Otaku ME.
Yes, of course. But see this? That's a big
What do you call that?
cannon.
Cannon? Yeah.
It's as big
Barrel,
as his
yeah, it's a
the
big
cannon,
barrel.
That's as big as his head. So I'll probably reduce.
If that's true,
Man,
his head's gonna be blown off with the
Yeah.
recoil, right?
Co-
yeah.
colony weapon. So there, easy. How easy was that? So I'm probably gonna just detail this one, so it doesn't look like a peg. I cut that off. Why wait later?
Johnny said the Zaku cannon.
Yeah, our version right now. See that peg? There's a peg. That's a peg. I'm gonna cut. Nope, not this. That's a thin blade. Sorry, I'm gonna use this. Boink. Done.
And I know what you're gonna do. Clean up.
Yeah. Immediately. See?
Immediately. Guys, don't forget, always clean up.
Clean up when you're cutting, when you're sanding. It makes sure kits better prepared paint during after painting. Where's that? See? I'll leave this. I think I have like an idea to put. See, immediately I'm thinking of next design. I'll use this as a mount, probably for my energy cable. A spring,
Mhm.
you know? I'll probably use a spring to connect that here. I'm not gonna use, yeah. Here, connect it there. See? I'm freestyling. There you go. And with this, now that's
It's on the way.
what?
It's on the way.
No, it's on the way. If it's on the way, man, I'll cut it off. No, I don't think it's on the way. Because you can raise this one too. If it's on the way, we can probably like raise this one, right? Because it's a peg.
Mhm.
So it's not a problem. So
Yeah, guys, remember, it's trial and error. Keep on trying.
no. Ha 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 ha. Perfect. I have my weapon now. Builder parts weapon. From a GM cannon or an RX. Ta-da. So I'll probably raise this one up. To raise energy cable, connect it there. Now here, the last thing I'll do is a mod on this. I think most of you, for one, is the 144 scale. Hate that. That's a sticker eye. No, no, no. I'll change that too. Okay? But I'm really curious if I can use the one that I just found out today. That.
And guys, that is not actually supposedly a part. That's part of the sprue or the runner.
One thing
But-
is, you will develop like a skill on looking on a regular runner and thinking of another use if you keep building. That's the only way you'll practice yourself to look at a weapon and not actually use it as a weapon. But for example, this, I'll use it as part of my armor, or if I get two of these, I'll probably combine them and create a backpack for it.
I remember last week when they were discussing the Porsche model kit,
Yep.
and everyone sees Porsche, but you see parts for the Millennium.
Yes, I was the
Falcon.
one that commented. I see a Porsche on the engine detail, and I immediately see a Millennium Falcon siding side panel. That's me. So this I'll use now. See, it got my curiosity that I'll use them now. Cut, cut, cut. Cut through there, easy. One. And I'm really scared of this saw. Two. Bye bye.
How easy was that?
Control that. And now, I don't know if I can switch. Clean up. I think it's too long. I'm gonna do a cleanup. Okay. That would be there.
Johnny saying, "Oh, the humanity to think that you're gonna use a Porsche
Yes, I will, Johnny.
as kit match parts."
I'll put it on a Millennium Falcon. I will. You remember?
And you've actually done that, right? You
Yeah.
bought kits just for the sake of using parts of them.
A lot.
You've done that a lot.
I see a tank. I see an upgrade part. Oh man, fits perfectly well. See? Oh,
I wouldn't have thought of that.
I have a mount already.
I remember you were mentioning mount as early as when we started, so
Yes.
you already had this
Had that
in your
set in
mind.
mind, yeah.
Exactly.
How?
Because I
how
was
good
thinking,
was that?
I was thinking like, how is he gonna make a mount? But
That's
yeah.
my mount already.
There it is.
Automatic. See? I'm just using it from random plastic runners. But
Man.
the easiest way is you get used to using multiple layers of this. You'll do it. You can probably scratch build a mount from plates. You can
Yes,
do that.
yes.
So this I'm not gonna fix now, but it
Definitely.
just got my curiosity. Now that it's perfect, I'll create a tube there and make my missile rack.
Mhm. So right now you're not gonna like glue it permanently.
No, because
yet.
I wanna like measure it first.
Exactly. Yeah.
Here's one tip. Do not try to rush gluing things. That's why you see me using glue tack every time.
Mhm.
Do not rush into like glue. Once it glue, glued, you had to be sure that
Yes.
that's it. For example, that missile rack, I'll put it there.
That goes back to Mr. Kai's question earlier. Like if you make a mistake, so a big way to avoid those mistakes is don't glue until you're like 100% sure.
Yeah. Or
Just
you
stick them
tested
temporarily. Yeah.
tested multiple options.
Mm-hmm. And see them all.
Yes,
Exactly.
shapes, integrating shapes.
Angles.
Just what I'm doing right now. From going back to our first stream, it was all about lines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lines. Now it's detailing part. Now I integrated our lines with option parts.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the same surface that we did. Remember? It's
And you
still on
actually
the
use
same
those
plane.
lines as a guide.
Mm.
You integrated them
From a flat
Yeah.
flat surface, from
Mhm.
flat surface, you detailed that one. But now you're creating layers with option parts, builder parts.
Mm-hmm.
So see, from a side, you'll see multiple layers already. So that's what you want to create.
I see that.
So it's not flat. Once it's painted, you'll see separations and stuff. You'll detail it with separate colors. You'll do
Mhm.
that. And one more tip again, if you remember what I wanted to do with a micro drill set, my Colette chuck failed me. Sorry. Is that? So you'll see me doing this throughout the kit, like detailing this. I'll use the same detailing of a notch and line. This create on all over the kit, right? This creates a unified design.
Mhm.
Once you start detailing, you pick your detail that, for example, I'll pick my detail that is going all throughout with my kit. Now I will pick this, the notch, straight line notch. And if I see that, I'll rivet line. I will do that as we progress on the kit.
Mhm,
So that, remember, a notch, straight line, and this rivet line, I'll keep repeating it as I go with the kit. So it will unify the whole kit.
Yes.
The next one, I'm pretty sure I'll do that here. See, oh man, that I noticed just now. See, without me even thinking of what I'm gonna do with that, I immediately see what my intention was though. There are 4 rivet lines already here. Toink, 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 toink.
So that was the intention right from the start.
Yeah, and I never even noticed that there's already.
Mhm.
So I'll unify this design with my design. So that's the easiest part. So this.
So guys,
are
that's
weapons.
what you want to achieve.
Mm.
If you think like a Gundam designer thinks,
See,
you made it.
mounts everywhere. That. Oh, I'll use this to change that. I practically cut that off. See, it's blue tack, so I can squeeze that in later.
Mhm.
So I can mount another piece. I'll probably use this to change that too. So another cut glue. But now it's more than that. As I said, this one will be missile mounts. I'll probably go. Remember, where's the other one? Where's the other one? Give me the other one. See? It's already pre-built as the intention of Bandai is. It's a rocket launcher, guys. It's a standard rocket launcher. I'm gonna do it on my own. There will be mouse there. Now, I'm gonna dry fit. We call it dry fitting.
Mhm.
Without fixing with glue and stuff. I'm gonna look for shapes and angles. These are all straights again with that curve because they want to integrate that on that curve. See, curve.
Mhm.
So I wanna do probably that. Hey. See? Pardon the blue tack, I'm just dry fitting, so if it looks
Mhm.
good, I'll create mounts and use those pegs. I'll cut them off, put them there. See?
Shout out to our viewers there.
Hello.
Guys, I hope you're also doing your own thing. You're building, you're testing out your parts as we are doing.
That's what my intention is. So
Mhm.
I'll create those racks. This. And create a pipe to hold them together here so it doesn't look
Mm-hmm.
stick or slapped on. So it probably is a, how to say, has a purpose. It was a shield, now it doesn't look like a shield.
It's more of like
A weapon now.
Yeah.
I don't like an overly weapon kit, but it looks like it going on that direction. So I'm not pretty keen on this right now. I'd probably like cut this off, make it thinner
Mhm.
because it sticks out too big on the side.
Kind of makes it a little bulky.
Bulky and probably maybe heavy for the shoulder joint. So
that you have to take that
Mm.
into consideration as well.
design intention is that.
Mm-hmm.
Design intention is that. So I keep using my parts on, if it's a saw, I'd probably not use it as a saw. I'll make it a backpack in a way. Make it like a rail gun. I can do that. We can do that. You can do that.
I'm not asking you to do it right now, but how would you like reduce the size of those?
Reducing it would be marking my lines
Mhm.
with standard, usually a line marker.
Mhm.
Then saw. So I'll cut
Saw.
them off. Yeah.
Mhm.
Steady hands, just cut it. So I think this
I
one
see,
has
I
two
see.
parts too.
Can't wait to see that.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Benji's baking a cake while watching.
Hey.
Give us some of that cake.
Send those cakes to Dubai. We want those cakes. Okay, I was as a closer. I think how long is the stream now? I just wanted. To check.
We're almost 2 hours now.
Okay, lastly,
Mm-hmm.
this will be my last one. Most of you, especially on Mono I 144 scale kits, you encounter a sticker as like standard attachment to an like an eye sticker. So solution for me,
A lot of people complain about that. I don't like that. The eye is just a sticker.
yeah.
So yeah, you can do something about it.
Solution, wave option parts.
The
So
easiest
yeah, the
solution.
easiest way for me. So you can see those rims. The same thing that I'd use on the shoulder joints. I'll use it as a mount. So, but with me, I don't exactly just like stick it on there. I'll use this where the guy put the sticker. Make my standard drill point. Then let's start drilling again.
Benji's gonna send the cake through mail.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's it's a delicious cake, Benji. I hope it's worth the wait.
With Benji, he's doing it. On the cake, are there gonna be like
Zaku.
details, Zaku eyes, rivets, painted in Xeon
I can
color?
already imagine like we're biting on it and we have like verniers or
Sprinkled,
thrusters in there.
sprinkled with Bandai action parts. So drill. This will be the last mod that I'll do.
You
Again,
drilled through the sticker.
yeah, it's my guide already. So they put it there. I'll
That's
use it
right.
as a guide. Then, oh, where is my big drill?
Hello guys, thanks for staying with us.
Yes,
I hope you're learning a lot.
I hope so too, man. This is just our second stream, so it helps if you give us the comments on what we can improve,
Yes.
what we can do for you, or how to say, basically on what you want.
What you wanna
because
see.
You are the.
This is for you.
Yeah, it's meant for you.
Yeah, you can say anything. Like for example, if we are using too many technical words, let us know, so we can actually explain those words. Because eventually, once you get better at it, you'll be using those terms as well.
Yeah, agree. See, now sticker is gone. That is
Now have like a guide.
a guide already, and I'll go on with my rimmer. Dalhan rimmer. Don't you mind if I go there? It's hard when my rimmer is far from me. I can't see it.
Watching you do it, it seems the rimmer needs a little bit of
Control,
right?
Yeah, this one.
It's not the easiest tool, I would
Yeah,
say.
this is not the easiest tool. Agree. So takes practice, and even me, I tend to like mess up my rims. What the hell? I still go with it, sand it.
Yes, Mr. Kais, we already announced the winner during like before we started with the workshop
Yeah.
for the winner of the scribing challenge. He had a perfect straight line and a notch.
The challenge was that he gave us that. See, I have that, and I hope I can still clean that off. Now, I'll get one of those ones. I like the smaller one because it's true to scale for a 1:144 kit, so I hope I'm correct.
Thank you, Dash de la Cruz. Thank you. Yes, these are all
Dash.
for you guys. So
Das is a good guy too. So, again,
Johnny said, I think I need them reamers.
ha! You need quickly. See how that changes the sticker concept? Now I have an eye that I can move. Right? Then, when all is done, I'll do plating strips here, so it's like mechanical details. I'll do that. Then I'd probably put a glass here,
Mhm.
so it's still like the master grade.
Yes.
But to show you that
And
can be
painting
solved.
wise,
Painting wise, I don't need to paint. That's the trick. Here.
Mr. Guy is asking if there's a giveaway today.
Uh-huh. You better tell it. It's there already, see? Is there a giveaway, Paolo?
We'll know.
So, sorry, I have to take that. I'll bring that back there. So, the solution with Paolo's question is everything is painted, right? But I have this. Ice already. Tiny ice. What is good for that? It's a char. It's pink. Pink orange. So I'll just look for something that will fit there. There you go. Be careful with tiny parts such as this. it easily flies off. So a tip, when you're cutting, hold the small parts, snip. Man, that's tiny. I can't even see it. Can see that? Who can see that? Okay. So this one I will not glue because I want to paint it first before anything else. See how that fits in there? I'll put silver as a backing color, then that will glow. There you go. So, where's Paula? You can see it? Yes. There's the mono eye. And I can see should overrim that part, but again, I said I'll do some glass strips here to do some mechanical details. Then a thin clear plastic to cover this one up.
I think they really they really need to like take care in like handling it.
Yeah, with that.
Once you drop this, that's
no more.
it.
Like that, toink, gone.
It goes into the void.
We call it black hole in every modeler's experience. They say we spend at least maybe you're building 30% of your time looking for a part. Agree or disagree? So now that I think I mentioned everything that you need to like do with practically using all upgrade parts. So
I hope you guys are doing this at home, because we have our challenges. I hope you didn't forget about that. Like, we're always here to challenge you to, in a way, like give you that motivation to like do it. The hardest thing is the first step. just do it. And
okay. So you wanna go through a challenge or is there anything?
what challenge would you like to give them?
So
challenge time.
Ding 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 ding. There should be a bell here. Ding 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 ding. So as with this, I want probably.
Guys, listen, same as last week.
Yep.
We'll give you a challenge.
Why not make it?
If we like what you send out,
Yeah.
you're getting this. Okay.
SD.
Yes,
TX
it's the Exia. Oh no, Double O Gundam. It's the Double O Gundam SD X standard. So, what's the challenge for them?
Okay. So mostly you've seen me use tools again. Yeah. So this one will make it simple. Because now we're just using tools. There only was a side cutter, No, an X-Acto knife. Mostly drills, but I don't need to challenge you on a rimmer. That's really difficult. So now the challenge is, when you started the scribing from last week, that was the scribing, right? Our only challenge is get an option parts or an existing part, detail part of a kit, integrate it with your scribe line. That's it. You don't even have to do a scribing, okay? You see a scribe line from your kit.
Or something that's already with the kit. Yeah.
You see your lines, for example, on an existing kit. I just want you to find an integration of your builder parts. Glue it on. Simple as that. We just want to see how clean your lines are, on how you position it, and what's the proper way of
And
it.
the ingenuity, I guess, like finding
a part,
for and
example,
then like integrating it.
Yes.
Man, if you make us like, if you blow our minds off,
Yeah, maybe you'll get a next
you'll
ticket.
get a free kit. Yes.
So just a simple one. Like for example that I just found out today. I integrated it with my build. So what we challenge you to do is get any like option parts or any small parts. Integrate it with an existing line. An existing line is your panel lines, okay? Integrate a detailing on that. That's it.
Mhm.
I found out this one just now. See? How cool of a weapon is that? Closes, open. Now, there. I'll put it here. Easy. So, yeah. Now I'm still thinking on building this, but that's
But that
the
would look
challenge.
awesome.
So that's the challenge, guys.
That's like an Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
hidden
Go back.
blade or something.
Go back to the challenge. Find out a proper line, straight lines, curve. Integrate an option part or any detail kit that you find. Just put it in a position that it really makes your kit another level. A small detail makes a long way. That's what we want you to do.
And we
Okay.
want you to use the skills or the knowledge that was taught here today in doing your own thing, because that's the most important. The
I
basics,
agree.
the fundamentals is very important.
Okay.
So, what time is it? It's almost 7 p.m. here in Dubai. I hope you guys learned a lot from this stream. Our next stream would most likely be next Friday.
Next
We'll-
Friday,
we'll
or
be
the next
announcing
Friday,
it.
Let's see it.
What it's about, we'll always stay on like the basic
Yeah.
things that you can do with your gunpla.
If we're doing a live stream such as this, where we're doing this build, for example, the Zaku build, we'll keep on adding layers on what you already started. That's why we keep on encouraging you to join us and build from the scribing to detailing until we paint all our kits together. That's the
Exactly.
main point of this live stream. When we're doing the live stream is that, but we're not gonna stick to like most of like workshop like that. We're gonna go live stream in between product reviews, tool reviews. Mickey, the master posing, clean bills, he'll do workshops too. Because we've heard that most guys also need workshop for newbies.
Yes.
We'll discuss it. We're just starting, guys. This is our second.
That's
stint.
why we're pushing you to let us
Yeah.
know, tell us what you guys think, what you guys want to see.
We will tackle
in the
it one
future.
by one. You request, we'll try our best.
So guys, we'll be posting something after the stream, and then comment on that post for your entry. Once you've done your part, whether you added your detailing parts, take a good picture of it and post it on the comments, and then we'll get the entries from there.
Correct.
And the chosen one will win the free kit, and we will be announcing it on our next workshop. And thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining us
Thank
for
you for
2
the guys that
hours.
stuck with us
here.
for the last 2 hours.
The last 2 hours.
Thank you so much.
If you want to see this again, it'll be on our YouTube channel. If you tell your friends, if they want to learn about like scribing or adding detailed parts, like watch and check it out on our YouTube channel. Again, thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a nice weekend ahead of you.
Take care. Always take care. Stay safe.
And always remember, think outside the kit.
Bye.
Bye bye.